I bought a smashed iPhone 12. The price was $268 when I bought it a few months ago. Can I restore this phone and make a profit?
I'm very bendy.
I think the previous owner was a tradie, as it's pretty dirty. As satisfying as it is to chip this broken glass off, it's going to need a full housing replacement. After cleaning all the crud out of the port, I noticed one pin is bent. And after bending back this pin, I noticed the pin next to it is completely broken. I'll have to replace the port. The broken pin is used for USB data, so the seller was probably unaware if they only used the port for charging. Uh-oh, this may be a problem. I hope I haven't been scammed. I'd like to thank PCBWay for sponsoring the channel, but also for providing the greatest hub of technical prototyping. Services normally reserved for high-end manufacturing, now available to the public. You can get your own custom circuit boards from only $5 for 10 pieces. PCBWay can also assemble it for you, starting from just $30. Or maybe you need a flexible PCB, an aluminium one, or a high-density board. The experts at PCBWay have got you covered. Their excellent support can help you find the right service for your needs. PCBWay, prototype the easy way. Luckily it was a simple mistake and the guy gave me the passcode. Oh no, he's still got his Apple ID logged into the phone. And I can't log out without his password. Luckily the seller just made an honest mistake and forgot to reset the device before sale. Never give your Apple ID and password to anyone. This seller was willing to do it because we're both Aussies, and Australia has no criminal history. After removing the broken screen protector, I can see that the screen is in good condition, with only a few minor scuff marks. I can reuse this. I'll test the rest of the phone functions before tearing it open. The motherboard's not coming free. It seems that Apple has set another booby trap, running this ribbon cable underneath this sticker over the NAND. I got a replacement housing for $41, but it doesn't come with any small parts, so I'm going to have to transfer every little piece from the old frame. The biggest issue is that it's missing some of the welding, which may impact structural integrity, but also this antenna connection is missing. I'll take all the small parts out first to see if there are any hidden welds that are missing. If your replacement housing is missing these welds, I have an easy solution. Just get out your micro TIG welder and do them yourself. My welds aren't going to win any beauty pageants, but structurally they'll be fine. The speaker bracket is glued in really strongly. I ended up damaging it to get it out. I'll have to replace it. The rear microphone bracket was also very hard to pry up without damage. It's going to be even harder to reinstall and make waterproof. And don't forget the tiniest part in this phone, this little foam bumper that sits underneath the button mechanisms. With the old housing emptied, we can see further damage to the frame around the antenna. I thought I had replacement blue parts to cover the whole phone, until I found that the flash has a red rubber O-ring. I don't know where to source an O-ring this thin and small in blue. I'll just have to leave it. It's not too noticeable. I managed to source some small parts for the iPhone 12, which include the speaker bracket, speaker grills and more. These are only $2 a set, and it means I don't have to safely extract and clean these old grills. Now the MagSafe magnets aren't going to come off in one piece due to the broken glass. Also, they can snap if you're not careful. Unfortunately, they can't be installed as a whole circle as they are opposing polarities. So I need to glue them in individually and hold them in place until the glue sets. The rear microphone bracket needs to be carefully glued down so that the glue doesn't block the mic hole, and then placed down with expert precision. Unfortunately, the blue charging port replacements turned out to be pretty uncommon, so I paid about twice as much for this blue one. I'll use one of these replacement barometer and microphone brackets that was included in the set, as it's got all the adhesive pre-installed. Everything's back together and working perfectly, but no restoration would be complete without a battery replacement. Repart offer a selection of high quality aftermarket iPhone batteries, and this one is their high capacity model. Genuine Apple replacement batteries do not exist outside an Apple store, so it's important to select a high quality aftermarket battery instead of a cheap fake Apple battery that has no reputation. However, if I want the non-genuine battery message to disappear, I'll need to swap the original BMS board to the new battery. This procedure should only be performed by professionals or YouTubers with over 100k subs. I'll cut off the BMS, making sure not to short the two tabs with my metal cutters. I'll then ground the BMS terminals so they're ready for welding. I can wrap up the transplanted BMS board before connecting a tag-on flex board. This is a pre-programmed circuit that is needed to bypass Apple's anti-repair security. Once installed on the battery, you will get the battery health percentage returning to 100%, in theory. Okay, it seems I still need to use a programmer to reset the battery status. Using the REFOX RP30, I can reset the cycle count and battery percentage to accurately reflect the new battery cell. Now it will show 100% battery health. Okay, turns out I need to put another battery in first and then put the new one in. Easy as that. Okay, now there's a new problem. The battery won't fit in with the tag-on flex attached. I'm going to have to remove this black bumper and replace it with a piece of Kapton tape. I'll give the frame and display a thorough clean before applying a new seal. Then I can heat it up and clamp it down for half an hour. Oh, one last thing. I forgot to clean the earpiece grill. It's caked in dirt. Okay, that looks much better. The light scratches on the screen would likely disappear with a glass screen protector on, but I don't want to mislead buyers. Also, I don't have one handy. The total cost, 373 kangaroos. Apple still sell this model for over $1,000, and the refurb market has it priced around the $600 range. I sold it pretty quickly on Marketplace for $550, equaling a profit of $175. So was it worth it? Yeah, I guess, but I'm not keen to do it again soon.